Hi lovelies, welcome back to UG Update. So guys, let's talk about the My Desire series guys. I'll be talking about quite an interesting episode that will be coming up in My Desire series pretty very soon. Let's find out what Aditya is up to on this episode. But before I continue to the video guys, please don't forget that this is still UG Updates. In case if you are yet to subscribe to UG Updates, please click on the subscription button and subscribe. Don't also forget guys to give the video a thumbs up. Alright lovelies, let's dive straight into the video. So guys, the episode starts with Aditya tells Kamal that he wanted to use his hatred against Arjun and Kajri. He then says, "Then I didn't know where you went." He then calls Kamal and informs him that Arjun and Kajri were once married and had a son together, and he is the same boy on whom I wanted you to keep an eye on. He then asks him to kidnap him and says Arjun and Kajri shall not get their son back. He says then my biggest plan started, to separate Arjun and Kajri and make them fight by making Karan's death as the reason. He recalls Kamal giving him medicine to make Karan sleep. Then Kamal then calls Aditya and tells that he has kidnapped Karan. Aditya asks him to call Arjun at some secluded place and then shoots him. Kamal then says he is not his servant to do as he says, while Aditya asks himself to calm down. He makes a plan with Kamal and then Kamal says he will ask Arjun to get the drugs. Aditya says, "I know that Arjun will not bring and Kajri will want to bring it." So later, Kamal calls him, "Why you ask me to bring Karan's dummy with his face mask?" Aditya asks him to blast the car as Arjun and Kajri are bringing fake drugs. He then asks him to flee from there on the bike. Hidden there, and then he will come to him after 2 to 3 days and will give him the drugs and will do all the arrangements to send him out of the country. Then the flashback ends. Aditya then says now Arjun and Kajri will keep fighting all their life. While Kamal then asks, "What did I benefit?" Aditya asks him to take the money, ticket and fake passport to elope from there. He then asks him to go and live his life. While Kamal asks for the drugs, which is what cross, and says the buyers are waiting for it. Kamal then says, "You will get it." Aditya sees Karan gaining consciousness and aims the gun at Kamal, saying he will give him the drugs, but give him Karan. Kamal then says his dad refused to give him drugs and asked him to kill Karan. So Karan then says, "My father can't do this," while Aditya says the same. Kamal then makes Karan hear Arjun's recordings, while Aditya then instigates Karan, and then Kamal plays the recording again. Karan couldn't bear it and says, "I don't want to hear this." He says, "How can my dad say this if he don't love me?" Then Aditya asks Kamal what if his father doesn't care for him and says, "I care for him and you can't touch him in front of me." He then shoots Kamal, shocking him. While Karan hugs Aditya, and then Aditya thinks, "I am doing this as I want your mother to throw Arjun out." He tells Karan that he loves him very much, and then he calls his officers and asks him to reach there, as he has done Kamal's encounter and rescued Karan. He asks him to inform Ranuk Sir and asks him to come with him, while Karan says, "I just trust you now." On the other hand, Kajri thinks Aditya didn't call till now, and then Aditya comes here and asks her to come with him. He asks her to close her eyes and takes her to Karan. Then Kajri gets emotional to see Karan while a song plays in the background. Karan runs to her and hugs her, and then Kajri cries. She asks Karan if he is fine and says she can't believe that he is fine. Karan then says, "I am fine due to Aditya uncle." Then Kajri asks Aditya to give her every details of finding Karan. While Aditya says, "I will say," and says, "First, let me see your happiness." He says, "When I went to the forensic lab, I came to know that there is no trace of human DNA in the blast sample. So I had a gut feeling that Karan was not in the blast." Kajri then says, "Why didn't you tell me?" Then Aditya says, "I didn't want to give you fake hopes." He then tells her the fake story and says when he saw Karan, he was relieved, and then he saved Karan and killed Kamal. Kajri then thanks him and says, "I will be indebted to your favors all life." She then says, "You are my best friend sent by God and returned my Karan to me." She hugs and thanks him Then Karan also hugs them. While Aditya thinks he has made all his plans and wanted you to come closer to me, and today you are in my embrace. In the other scene, Divansh comes to Arjun and says Kamal is found. Aditya has done his encounter. Arjun is shocked, and then Divansh tells Arjun that they have found Karan, who is alive. Arjun gets emotional and happy, and then he asks where is Karan. Then Divansh says Aditya took him to Kashvi. Arjun then comes to the hotel running and asks the receptionist about Kashvi's room. The receptionist then tells that she is in the banquet hall. While Arjun runs there and sees Karan, he hugs and kisses him. But then Karan recalls the recordings and pushes Arjun away, asking him to stay away. He says, I hate you and you cannot hug me. Kashvi was shocked, but then Arjun says, why are you saying this? Karan then says, you wanted me to die, while Aditya looks on. Guys, that was quite a plan coming from Aditya to make sure that Kashvi and Arjun get separated. Guys, what do you have to say about the episode? What do you have to say about the drama and Aditya's continuous plot? Please drop what you think on the comment section. And as you do that, please don't forget that this is still UG Updates. In case if you are yet to subscribe to UG Updates, please click on the subscription button and subscribe. Don't also forget, guys, to give the video a thumbs up. Alright, lovelies, that'll be a wrap. Thank you guys for watching up to this point. I really love you guys, and I will see you guys on my next video.